On first down, Swift. And they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Jackson from the shotgun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Pulled in at the 24. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Here we go on 2nd and 12. He's got a man, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds.
51 for Mike. Push him back. Push him back.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Slipping into the backfield for the sack was Oren Burks. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the 1st quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. 1st level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
At the 27-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try the left side. Swift. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Here we go. Here we go. AT Data. Hey, Ringo. Tiny's on Ringo. Tiny's on the Ringo.
From the gun, Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Josh Allen able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for a loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
This is fielded at the 27. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Back to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler 1st.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking 1st down.
They'll run. This is Gus Edwards. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
I got you. Check. Fresno. Exit.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Tony Pollard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Give them 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Jackson. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 42.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. They'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And it's a fumble. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. Two minutes gone by, 2nd quarter.
Double tight, guys. Double tight.
They'll try the left side. Swift. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Might get it.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check. 4 down. Check 3.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. They'll run on 1st down. Swift. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
It's 2nd and inches at the 13-yard line.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Come on.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On second down now, Pollard. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Johnson was the intended receiver.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
You ain't doing nothing today. Great stone.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell. That'll bring up second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
Ready, set. Mark 5. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
On third down, Swift. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will knot us up at 10. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1 minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock, give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are, and I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run with Pollard.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
On the set. Squeeze, get in there. Ready.
They run with Smith. gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. Now Spiller. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. So we have reached halftime here in a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
And the Steeler first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Run for Pollard. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Gonna run again here with Pollard. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Now Pollard. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Tony Pollard, his second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
At the 28-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
31's the mic. Man, I got you. Man, I got you. He's crashed. It's a second. Pull it. How? 31's the mic. Come on, D. Off.
Throwing is Jackson. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Now Jackson on first down. Got a man open, it's Ross. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Denver has the first down, the play going for 15 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Hey. We got three. Three down. Kill.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. 5.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll try the left side. Swift. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Here's Pollard again. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. This is Spiller. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Here's Spiller. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Devin Bush, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. After the sack on first down, Jackson, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Broncos on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. From the gun, it's Jackson. Open man is Ross, complete. A big play there on the catch and run. 58 yards. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Here's Jackson. Escaping the press. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. That's now 3 turnovers in this second half. Very costly. And earlier in the half, Charles, when I asked you for your keys to the second half, you said, hey, maybe try it, but it's going to be turnovers. That's been the story.
It certainly has, but I didn't expect it to be this much of the story. I mean, when you're getting up to 3, you're really putting your team in jeopardy.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Pollard. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. And the Steelers on third down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. 2nd and 11.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Let's go. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Now it's Jackson going deep downfield for Ross. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right, good recognition. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
3 down, 3 down. 31's the mic. 30.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Able to find Waller. That's complete. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to let it fly. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10.
So many times we end the game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. That one looks like he'll throw here. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 42 yards. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Again on the ground, again it's Spiller. And some room to maneuver. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Steelers.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to better as we go forward.
At the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Man left, man left. Hey, boys, we got four down. No, off. H3,
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. And we will get a timeout.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just